Movie logic doesn't have to make sense at times, that's why it can piss some off. AskReddit: what fake thing that happens in movies pisses you off? No one eats their meal or drinks their drink. I heard an actor explaining why they don't eat their food. Sometimes they have to act the scene more than twice. Once for a distant camera shot and a few more times for the close-up shots. So they might have to film scenes a total of 5 times depending on how many shots the director wants. I hope that makes sense. Also, most of what you see in the scene is likely not food. Food doesn't film well. I love that blooper from the Lizzie McGuire movie where Hilary Duff actually eats the fucking spaghetti, but it's really all prop food. And the guy who played her love interest just starts cracking up and making fun of her. Severe head trauma that gets shaken off. If you've ever seen Gotham, Gordon gets domed and knocked out every other episode. Guy would be a drooling potato if he got his bell rung that many times with crowbars, rifle butts, pistol butts, pipes, anything you could conk someone with. He's been concussed by it. The depiction of drug use in movies. LSD is not at all like that, guys. Mostly you sit and find tables fascinating or something. Fear and Loathing did a pretty good job portraying LSD with that little shot of the carpet crawling. It's so annoying when people see these intricate real-to-life hallucinations on stuff like LSD, shrooms or weed. It's more just colors, frattles and breathing, then the rest is in your head space, or you've taken enough to essentially black out and take a trip through your mind. The house that they live in is so much bigger and better than what their actually job and salary can support. Works as a clerk at 7-11, owns a 2-story home, a boat, and supports a wife and 3 kids. Yes, this is real life. And it's beautifully, perfectly decorated. And not a single thing is out of place. Not even if they have 4 small kids, 2 dogs and a cat. Always decorated quickly too. They move in, a month later it's all put together. Every car in every car chase sounds like a V8. And they always shift every few seconds no matter the circumstances. Oh, you mean the go faster lever? Don't forget when the camera cuts to the accelerator and shows them press it down all the way, like they were just toying with whoever was chasing them up to that point, but now IT's on. This is really confusing to me. Like most people involved in the making of the film must drive, so they know cars don't work this way. Why do they show them this way then? It's so bizarre. The best is when they go in reverse for whatever reason, but yet still show them shifting gears. Like, yeah, your car has 5 reverse gears. The main character hitting a person up with "I don't have time to explain but I need you to do X," and the person just does the thing perfectly with vague info and no questions asked. No time to explain, get in the car. Gets in car, drive 30 minutes across town. Now will you tell me what this is about? The same goes for when a character has something to tell their boss, but when they call them all they say "I found something important, but you need to see it for yourself," and force them to waste time coming down to their lab, etc. Star Trek TNG was bad for this, with LaForge never explaining what he discovered, instead asking Captain Picard to come to engineering during a crisis when he should stay on the bridge. That when there is a time countdown it always gets resolved at the last point. Precisely at the last second. Person does something for the first time and is very good at it. There's some room for natural talent or being a fast learner, since runtime is limited and you may want to avoid a training montage. But there's definitely a point where it becomes too much. And that point is when they defeat someone who has been training at that thing their whole life and is universally recognized as one of the very best at. Suffocating a person using a pillow and the person dies in less than 10 seconds. In your experience, how long does it take? Minimum 30 seconds of constant pressure to choke smother someone into unconsciousness. Additional 2 to 2.5 minutes of constant pressure to choke asphyxiate someone to death. Waking up from sleep with hair and makeup perfect.